News at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Beth Jones.
And I'm Peter Dubois. First tonight, Mainers are facing a crisis that emergency responders say could result in the loss of lives that could otherwise have been prevented.
Well, Devin Dagnall met with those responsible for turning the tide.
When you call 911, there may not be somebody there to help.
The state of Maine is facing an unprecedented EMS crisis that worsens by the day. Nancy Parrott, the service representative of Petit Manan Ambulance Corps, says that most of the crisis can be attributed to a lack of funding provided for EMS crews by the towns they serve. The reason emergency medical services rely on their towns for a majority of their funding is most insurance providers only cover up to 80% of the cost of an ambulance, leaving a large portion of the bill that often goes unpaid.
We did a financial analysis, and if you're doing more than 1,800 calls a year, you lose about $400 to $450 every time you go on a call. If you're doing less than 800 calls a year, you're losing $2,000 every time you go on a call.
The lack of funding often results in understaffing. Low staffing means that one EMS crew gets multiple calls in their town. They must rely on the help of other crews in surrounding areas. However, if and when one of those other crews respond to help a neighboring town, they also leave their town at risk.
When another emergency comes in, we have to cover each other. So Pleasant River covers, Petit Manan covers their area when they're out. We all back each other up, and it's a crucial system.
Parrott says that without more funding, ambulance corps like hers could have to close. She says that if any of these stations were to go under, it would mean a town with multiple emergency calls could have to wait hours for a crew to arrive. In some cases, that could mean the difference between life and death.
We had a situation the other day for Millbridge at Critical Run, and our backup unit that would be covering this area at the time, they had Moosabec, and that would have at least taken 45 minutes from Moosabec to Millbridge.
Parrott says that there will be a meeting on Thursday afternoon in Columbia Falls in an attempt to educate town officials about the situation and gather support from the public. In Millbridge for ABC7 and Fox 22, I'm Devin Dagnall.
In other news tonight, a man accused of murder made his initial court appearance Tuesday. Court documents show 47-year-old Matthew Pendleton engaged in conduct that, quote, manifested a depraved indifference to the value of human life, which allegedly resulted in the death of 47-year-old Kevin Curett of Lincolnville. Pendleton is expected back in court on February 6th. He is currently being held without bond at the Waldo County Jail.
In Etna, a fast-moving fire ravaged a house earlier today, leaving a family devastated at the loss of a home they'd owned for decades. Our Matthew Jaroncic has the story.
Multiple fire departments responded to a structure fire that broke out in Etna Tuesday morning.
We responded. Carmel got here before we did. They said the whole building was totally engulfed.
We were at work and got a call saying that the house was on fire, so we got here as soon as we could.
According to neighbors in the area, by the time the fire departments arrived, the fire already had a big head start. Firefighters went to work trying to save as much as they could. Unfortunately, they were dealing with a fast-moving blaze.
Well, water, we got our hydrant down here didn't work, so they had to go put a Plymouth filters to get water, just to get enough crew to fight the fire.
Dealing with the loss of their homestead, the Whitleys are thinking of more than the house itself, but what is inside the home they fear is ruined.
We just don't understand what we did to have all this go on, and now it's a total loss of the house and everything. And my grandfather that he worked for 38 years is gone, just like that.
A total loss, but they are glad no one was home when the fire broke out. Their German Shepherd King was home at the time, but has not been found. They are hoping he ran off and will return soon.
Always came, this was my home, just as much as my aunt and my grandfather.
Matthew Jaroncic, ABC7 and Fox 22.
The Maine Department of Corrections has confirmed the death of an inmate at the Mountain View Correctional Facility in Charleston. 71-year-old Dennis Van Wart of Hiram died at approximately 2 o'clock this morning. In 1996, Van Wart began serving a 60-year sentence for murder. Consistent with the Maine Department of Justice policy, the Attorney General's office, state police, and the medical examiner were all notified.
Well, more than $5 million in Maine Jobs Recovery Plan grants are headed to entrepreneurs and startups in the state. It comes from a second round of grants from the Pandemic Recovery for an Innovative Maine Economy program. The funding is focused on supporting startup companies, and 16 Maine organizations have been awarded the funds. They will use it for initiatives to grow local food economies and food processing, advancing innovation in agriculture, and expanding entrepreneurship to more Maine people.
The U.S. Supreme Court has declined to review a challenge to Maine's first-in-the-nation consumer protection law requiring cable companies to prorate consumers' final month of service. The law was passed by the legislature and was originally set to go into effect in September of 2020. It was stalled, though, when Spectrum filed the suit in federal court. By declining to hear Spectrum's petition, the Supreme Court effectively upheld the legality of the law. Attorney General Aaron Fry said, quote, "Just as it would be unacceptable for a restaurant to charge for undelivered food or Amazon to charge for an undelivered package, large cable companies should not be permitted to charge for cable that is not provided. I'm thrilled that customers will no longer have to pay after they cancel their subscriptions. I strongly encourage Mainers who didn't get what they were owed going back to September 2020 to request their refunds," end quote.
Well, the Bangor Area Recovery Network, also known as BARN, launched its new Recovery Justice Program today. The program will provide community-based recovery support to incarcerated individuals, those recently released from incarceration, and first-time offenders. The goal is to help these individuals enter or continue recovery from substance use disorders. BARN's Recovery Justice Program Coordinator Angela Walker says the program will collaborate with law enforcement agencies and correctional facilities to build and develop these new services.
We will be resourcing out with local agencies in the area to make sure that their whole well-being is taken care of.
The program is made possible by a $273,000 piece of funding in American Rescue Plan Act funds, now which they were granted to BARN by the Penobscot County Commissioners. So certainly some progress there and some hands-on methodologies for supporting vulnerable people.
Absolutely, and it's important to have that framework to support people who may be going through that, especially those looking for help.
Absolutely. Alrighty, folks, well, let's hit pause here, take a look outside, and get a first check of our forecast.
All right, Beth and Peter, thank you. Zalke Tree Service has been providing top-notch arborist services to Greater Bangor region. Our reputation for quality and commitment to customer satisfaction speaks for itself. See for yourself and give us a call today. Okay, so for us, temperature-wise, look what we did. 29 here in Bangor, 31 Bar Harbor, 27 Millinocket. We will take it. The average high being about 26, 27. Most of us did that today. And then we have even warmer temperatures on the way later on this week. Lots of clouds out there for a while today, then a couple flurries further north. Most of us stay dry today and will so tonight and tomorrow before our next weather system gets in here. Likely on Thursday into Friday. It's a slow mover again. We're going to have some snow changing to rain as temperatures surge Thursday into Friday with highs back up in the 40s. Our forecast though tonight though is lots of clear skies out there, means cool temperatures for you with lows down near 10. Your full forecast is coming up. Beth and Peter.
Well, coming up on ABC 7 News at 6, the Maine agricultural trades kick off their first in-person gathering in 2 years at the Augusta Civic Center.
And a chef from Bissell Brothers in Milo is cooking with an interesting choice of meat, the American bison. We'll have those stories and much more after this.
I tried everything to remove fabric odors, but my clothes still smelled. Until I finally found new Downy Rinse and Refresh.
Just add to your fabric softener tray. It doesn't just cover odors, it helps remove them up to 3 times better than detergent alone. Try new Downy Rinse and Refresh.
How do you become America's #1? Start by taking care of families for over 75 years. Earn the trust of 32 NFL teams. Be there for America's toughest. And help when help is needed. America's #1 isn't a status earned overnight. It's earned in every wash and re-earned every day. Tide, America's #1 detergent.
With AAA Insurance, by bundling our home and auto policies, we saved over $450.
And we were shocked at the savings.
When we switched to AAA auto insurance and bundled our policies, we were able to save over $400 every year.
Switch to AAA insurance today, and you could save an average of $483 on auto insurance. Compare that to State Farm, Geico, even Allstate. Call now for your free AAA full picture quote to find out how much you could save.
Well, my passion is hang gliding. I've been doing it for over 30 years, and it's like flying. I mean, it's like everything you always dreamed about. AAA insurance helps us save more.
And do more.
The savings from AAA Insurance has allowed me to pursue my passion of making jewelry. It's great to have a little bit of extra cash to do something that you love.
To find out how much you could save by switching to AAA insurance, call 866-460-1310 for your free AAA full picture quote today. You'll be glad you did.
One day, I will rock that swimsuit.
Your one day is closer than you think. From fresh meals to one-on-one coaching, Jenny Craig is Weight Loss Made Simple.
Your one day starts today.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back. An annual trade show has returned to Augusta. David Ledford takes us there.
The Maine Agricultural Trade Show kicked off its first in-person gathering in 2 years at the Augusta Civic Center. The event brings together farmers and dozens of businesses from across the state to network and collaborate on how to produce better agricultural products for Maine. However, for many at the event, including University of Maine Cooperative Extension Representative Tara Marble, the 3-day expo is also a chance to spread awareness about Maine's dwindling population of farmers.
The population of Maine's average farmer is actually getting older, which means there are less people who are coming into the industry. No one is sort of going into that field.
Despite steady business for remaining farms, some say that the declining farming population has already begun to have an effect on the industry.
Dairy consumption across the country is the highest it has ever been, but there are less dairy farms producing the same amount of milk for all of the number of Mainers that we have.
Others are hoping to recruit young farmers to help to solve this issue.
We're looking for growers. One of the goals of the Maine Grain Alliance is to provide them with seed so that they can help them make a living.
In addition to opportunities for farmers on the show floor, the event will offer presentations on current agricultural trends and research, and even provide certification courses for those interested. The trade show will run from January 10th to the 12th, and there is no cost to attend. In Augusta, David Ledford for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
And to learn more about the event, you can visit maine.gov/DACF. The Maine Organic Farmers and Gardeners Association revealed the winner of this year's artwork contest for the 2023 Common Ground Country Fair. Artist Rebecca Lowell's piece, Monarchs and Milkweed, unveiled at this year's agricultural trade show, will be used in all promotional materials for the upcoming fair, including posters and pamphlets. According to fair director April Boucher, the artwork represents more than the fair itself.
Thrilled this is something that we do every year so that we can lift up local artists, and they also help support us and really help current farmers and also people who are interested in farming.
The annual fair will take place this coming fall from September 22nd to the 24th. In addition to food and live music, the events will feature more than 600 educational workshops and 400 local artisans for Mainers to check out. Now, to learn more, you can visit mofga.org/the-fair. So certainly something to look forward to there.
A chef from Bissell Brothers in Milo is cooking with one of the country's oldest sources of meat, the American bison. Chef Joe Robbins says it's his favorite protein and one that's sourced right here in Maine. Our Jody Hersey gives us a sample.
I had an uncle in my family that was like, out of the males, he was the one that cooked the most, so I was inspired by him a little bit.
4 days a week, Chef Joe Robbins is tapping into his roots while he's cooking and plating dishes at Bissell Brothers in Milo. Robbins, who is a Penobscot native, loves using bison meat in his Navajo tacos.
We get all of our bison from Bigelow Fields, which is in Eustis, Maine. Mike and Nicole Weaver are first-generation bison farmers.
It's a protein that's a customer favorite at the restaurant and an item that caught the attention of Yanasa TV.
They more or less are trying to show people how important bison is. I mean, it's our original mammal of this continent. If it's the natural thing that's, eaten our grassland for the last 1,000, 2,000 years, it makes so much sense.
Whether or not Yanasa TV is able to get its episode about Chef Joe's Navajo tacos on a network or even a streaming service is still uncertain. However, Robbins says going back to our roots and really relying on what is homegrown and raised on our soil just might be the best ingredient for the future.
If our food doesn't get documented and figured out in the next couple decades, it goes away completely because there's no place in the world that's going to cook it. So that's kind of important that we get it documented and have it be a part of history.
In Milo, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC7 and Fox 22.
Wow. Well, if you're not hungry, I bet you are now.
I bet you are now. Yes,
but,
indeed.
Really cool that they're, making an effort to hold on to, America's roots.
Little piece of history.
Yeah, it really is.
Alrighty.
Well, still to come on ABC 7 News at 6. If you're feeling lucky, the jackpot for the Mega Millions is now up to $1.1 billion.
And in sports, Maine hockey is coming off of 2 straight wins this weekend, getting some help from a few newcomers. That story right after the break.
Find meaningful work in direct care and improve the quality of life of others.
The right personality and character traits, in my opinion, to be a DSP is kind, caring, and understanding.
Visit caringforme.org to learn more and make an impact through a compassionate career.
Did you know that an alpaca item is the most wish-listed gift idea? Stop searching for that perfect gift and start shopping for it at the Blue Alpaca in Belfast. It doesn't matter who's on your gift list, the Blue Alpaca has something for everyone with an incredible selection of alpaca socks, hats, sweaters, even stuffed animals and more. Shop in-store or online and take advantage of their free nationwide shipping. Too much to choose from? Don't worry, the Blue Alpaca also offers gift cards. The Blue Alpaca, feel the difference.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Jamar Construction Products in Bangor continues to grow to meet our customers' needs, supplying products for site work contractors, concrete contractors, and survey and safety supplies. We are proud to be the local dealer for Hilti, Valley Blades, U.S. Fabrics, and Euclid Chemical, plus so much more. Stop by and see us at 1270 Hammond Street or give us a call at 907-4491. If you dig it, pour it, plow it, fasten it, lay it, or lift it, Jamar Construction Products can help you.
I tried everything to remove fabric odors, but my clothes still smelled. Until I finally found new Downy Rinse and Refresh.
Just add to your fabric softener tray. It doesn't just cover odors, it helps remove them up to 3 times better than detergent alone. Try new Downy Rinse and Refresh.
When the Granite Shop wants to know the weather on MDI, they log on to foxbangor.com. At the Granite Shop in Sedgwick and in Trenton, we have more inventory than all other shops in the state combined. Fastest turnaround, too.
Find meaningful work in direct care and improve the quality of life of others.
The right personality and character traits, in my opinion, to be a DSP is kind, caring, and understanding.
Visit caringforme.org to learn more and make an impact through a compassionate career.
Put a little more cash in your bag. Save money with half-off deals at foxbangor.com.
Hey everybody, Ryan Sudall here. If you like the Black Bears, this is a sports seg for you. Let's start on the ice. Maine men's hockey, their Anchorage series sweep was a thrilling one, especially in the second game, where a new face had his first signature Black Bear moment. Take a look.
After dropping a sweep to Colgate, Maine men's hockey got back on track this past weekend with a sweep of their own against Anchorage.
It was huge, When we were in Colgate, we had a tough go. Those are two games we really want back. But you can't look in the past. We just had to put it behind us and play the right way, and that's what we did.
Both games were one-goal games, including Saturday's 4-3 thriller, where the Black Bears won in overtime off a goal by sophomore Cole Hansen.
I was just lucky enough to put it home, and the crowd went crazy, which will be a really good memory for me for sure.
Good to see a guy step up and make a play in overtime. It's fun to see guys when they realize that what their potential might be, and then they get an opportunity, and then they take advantage of opportunities.
Hansen transferred from Colgate in the offseason and took the chance to go to UMaine as a means to surround himself with something special.
I just wanted to go somewhere that had a really good culture and that wanted to build something, and this seemed like the spot, and I'm really happy with my decision for sure.
Black Bear Nation is happy with his choice too. He has 5 goals, tied for the second most on the team. Head coach Ben Barr says his abilities come from his physicality on the ice.
He plays really hard. He plays hard and he can skate. He's a strong kid. He's not a huge kid, but he's strong. It just makes you effective.
The Black Bears hope everyone's effectiveness will bring success in this weekend's series against conference foe UMass Lowell. A quite meticulous squad to prepare for.
They play hard, they play tight, and they kind of play the same type of game we want to play. A lot of details and not giving up a whole lot.
We got to match their details and their defensive attitude, because if we don't, it's going to be a long weekend.
Those games against UMass Lowell are Friday and Saturday at 7:05 in the Alphons. Staying with the Black Bears now and heading across the lot to Alphons Stadium. Just a day after the college football season officially ended with that crazy Georgia TCU game, if you want to call it that, Maine released their 2023 schedule, and here you see it here. They kick off 235 days from Tuesday at Florida International, playing them for the very first time. And then they head to FCS powerhouse North Dakota State, the Fargo Dome, for the first time the week after. Their home opener and conference opener is the following week when the Rhodey Rams come up. Shout out to Tyler. Then they'll head to William & Mary, host Stony Brook, and head to Richmond. They'll play at LIU, Campbell, and Hampton before the bye and close out with the battle for the Bryce Cowell Musket in New Hampshire. That's all the time we have for sports. I'm Ryan Sudall. Here's Jeff Weller with your full 5-day forecast. Jeff.
All right, Ryan, thank you. Your full weather is brought to you by Thornton Brothers in Lincoln. Buy a new or used Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram vehicle from us today. You'll make the drive, we'll make the deal, and okay, so here we go. Temperature-wise, looking good. Again, the average high mid-20s. Most of us did that and then some today. Same case for us tomorrow and Thursday into Friday, with temperatures Thursday and Friday back up in the 40s across much of the area. All right, so there's not really any cold air coming our way except for tonight. We're going to have some low temperatures down near 10 or so. But then as you can see, warmer air is on the way beginning tomorrow, back up in the low 30s, followed by some 40s back in the forecast for Thursday into Friday. The wind today, not too bad, right? Out of the northwest, around 10 to 15 miles per hour. We've been through heavier winds, of course. This will actually go calm for a couple hours tonight, and that could give us a little dense fog once again. Right now, no worries at all. Bangor's at 10-mile visibility, 10 miles over Bar Harbor. So looking good here now, but again, after midnight tonight, more so 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, we'll get some dense fog across the area once again. Okay, so on the satellite picture, it looks like, oh, what's this, right? Well, this is precipitation aloft, like way up there right now. It's not reaching the ground. There's no flurries or any kind of rain or snow showers in here right now. But overall, there are some clouds out there throughout much of today to the north of the Bangor area that will stay there. We have clearing skies for us tonight, and that is radiational cooling. That's going to allow all the temperatures around the area today to escape out into space. That will give us those cool temperatures tonight with lows down near 10. And then our attention turns toward the west. There's a lot going on here, right? So there's a system here, there's a system here, there's a system here. Pretty much all of them have eyes in our direction, and it's going to be increasing clouds tomorrow evening with some snowish getting in here on Thursday, changing over to all rain Thursday night, and staying rain for us basically on Friday. That rain could be locally heavy or so on Friday morning, as a very active storm track is in place across the U.S. right now. For tonight, though, looking at mostly clear skies, again, cool temperatures tonight down near 10. 10. And then tomorrow, lots of sunshine pretty much all day long again tomorrow. We'll take that. Then increasing clouds late tomorrow night, but more likely on Thursday with some drizzle, less light snow flurries on Thursday, changing over to all rain late Thursday night into early parts of Friday. And then Friday, we're going to get wetter on here. We're talking a widespread 1 to 2 inch rainfall is on the way for us later Thursday into Friday. A little bit of flurry action there early, and then it's a soaking rainfall across the entire region. There will be some snow, but way to the north, right? Not much at all across our region as we have lots of warm air on the way. In fact, many of us could go for 50 degrees or so on Thursday into Friday. Our forecast, though, tonight, though, mostly clear skies. Some dense fog is possible. Low temperatures down near 10 with a calm wind after midnight. For tomorrow, all right, so lots of sunshine tomorrow. Highs back up near 30. We'll take it with that north breeze around 5 miles per hour. And then looking ahead, your 5-day forecast shows that rain snow chance for us on Thursday with temperatures back in the mid-upper 30s. And then look, on Friday, we're back up near 50. All rain Friday, all rain Saturday with a high temperature of 44. Beth and Peter.
So not much hope for that snow.
Yeah, that's a lot of rain.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're just going to get soaked pretty much.
Oh, well. Well, rainy weekend on the way. Good time to catch up on your favorite show or book.
I suppose.
All right, more to come after the break, so stay with us.
Napa knows how to stay warm. And with 29 locations in Maine, Coastal Auto Parts has just what you need to prepare for any outdoor activity. Lightweight, durable, and designed for comfort, Milwaukee's heat-on-demand jackets and hoodies are the perfect cold weather gear. No matter the job, no matter the weather, you'll be ready for anything. And while you're here, sign up for Napa Rewards. You'll save more each time you shop. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
Are you fed up with high prices at the pump? Do monthly utility bills drain your wallet?
If you're nodding your head yes, Renewal by Andersen is your best solution. They custom build and install weather-tight replacement windows and back them with a generous, fully transferable limited warranty.
Call now to schedule your free design consultation. Plus, take advantage of this limited time offer with incredible savings and attractive financing. Don't miss out. Call Renewal by Andersen today.
Y'all feeling lucky? Luke Combs here with the new Living Lucky with Luke Combs Scratch Off. It's your exclusive opportunity to win the Living Lucky with Luke Combs prize package. You'll join me in Nashville for a private concert at the Ryman Auditorium in 2024, where one lucky winner will have the chance to walk away with $500,000. When it rains, it pours for lottery players who enter to win the chance of a lifetime.
Play Maine Lottery's Living Lucky with Luke Combs Scratch Ticket and enter for a chance to win.
Hey, it's Eric from Green Bear 420. We've been in business since 2010 and going strong, so stop in and check us out. We specialize in glass art by over 100 local artists and even have live glass blowing. Plus, we carry incense, novelties, t-shirts, and hard-to-find items. We have tons of local products for the tie-dye wearing person in your circle of friends. Come see us at 531 Moosehead Trail in Newport. And remember, Green Bear 420, it's not just a store, it's a lifestyle.
Downey Unstoppables wants to use my face for their Super Bowl ad, but I haven't agreed yet. Because I don't believe it keeps your clothes fresh for over 12 weeks.
So he's gonna sniff that until the Super Bowl.
Can it, Super Bowl puppy? This is my thing.
Over 12 weeks of freshness. You gotta sniff it to believe it.
Tonight, week one with a new Speaker of the House. After the historic battle and concessions, lawmakers get back to work. With so much at stake, more Americans turn to the most watched newscast on television. World News Tonight with David Muir.
Alrighty, well, this next one is for all you dreamers out there. For the last couple weeks, we've been letting you know about the Mega Millions drawing. Now, if you're into it, the jackpot is up to $1.1 billion, with that cash option being $576.8 million. This is the third largest jackpot ever recorded, and there have been 24 drawings since the last big winner. So, of course, we also decided to gather some new video of the Mega Millions machines for you to look at as you dream of that new truck, boat, vacation home, Private chef. That's where I'm
That's a
going
lot.
with it. Private chef.
Yeah,
I mean,
there's-
I don't need a big house. I don't need a fancy car.
Yeah.
I need someone else to cook dinner for me.
That's a great place
Yeah.
to start.
Private
I mean,
chef, please and thank you.
you know, you could
Yeah.
think about what you want, you know, go home, just have it all ready for you.
Have it all ready for you.
That's a really good idea.
Delightful.
I think
Yeah.
I would start by maybe buying an oceanside property. I
Oh,
love
okay.
being
So
close to the
so
ocean.
you are going for the vacation home.
I'm
off
going
the
for the
bat.
home.
All
yeah,
right.
yeah.
All right.
That's just where I'd start.
That's fair.
That's
That's
just like a
absolutely
dip.
fair.
I mean, there's a lot you could do with a half
Yeah.
a billion. So
Yeah.
But the private chef, yeah, I had to.
Yeah, I think that my kickoff is the private chef, but I get you on the vacation.
Yeah.
Home. It'd probably be maybe second or third for me.
Good
Alrighty,
options there.
folks, and I'm just going to adopt all the dogs.
Yeah,
and
that
all the
too.
cats. Yeah.
Just have a big dog play yard. and
Really,
it'll be
really
great.
big yard. Yeah, indeed. Alrighty, folks, well, that is going to do it for us from everybody here at ABC7. Have a great rest of your night.
Good night, everyone.